No, but the reason I'm saying that it's goofy is because everybody's trying to use what I use, which is obviously the DMR right now, which makes the entire server sound like a bunch of bees running around the map. But then everybody's knifing everybody else too. So I've seen 2 or 3 guys get counter-knifed out of a knife that they're currently counter. It's weird. Oh no, there's so many over here. Give me your savage. No, what the? Oh, what? See, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking. Did you see that? Like, that's what I'm talking about right there. It's just, I'm not sure that I fully understand.
Hello guys, my name is TheRussianBadger and welcome to What Are You Doing Wednesday? Essentially what I'd like to do here is I'd like to see how creative you guys can get in terms of choosing a class setup for me that is so extremely weird or just morbid or goofy that it forced you to say, Bagel, Badger, what are you doing? This is so extremely weird. So what I have for you today is something that I've generated myself. But if you'd like to make some sort of recommendation for a future episode, please leave a comment in the comment section below. So what I have for you right now is a class setup that has 3 different constraints on it. And I know it's really odd to see what's going on your screen because you don't know what's going on. I'm doing some kind of weird clicky thing. Here are the 3 constraints that I put on myself for this specific just what are you doing Badger loadout. Number 1, I'm using a DMR with a FLIR thermal scope. That's already pretty goofy. Number 2, after every kill that I get, I need to pull out my C4 charge, or like the detonator, and click it. The third one is that I am not allowed to manually reload. As in, I have to fire all my bullets and have the game automatically reload for me. I'm not allowed to reload mid-magazine. So, I know that's kind of confusing, but you'll slowly get used to it. So you'll see right here, as soon as I get a kill, I don't need to toss out C4, but I need to click the little C4 detonator to sort of count the kill. And that's pretty well the most creative that I could come up with. And the reason that was sort of inspired was, I think I've seen it, you guys are probably more familiar because I think a lot of you have a lot more worldly experience than I do. But there's these little things, it's like this little thing you put on 2 of your fingers and it's just for clicking, just for counting numbers. I think they use it for boxing and I've seen it in theaters before. So for example, let's say there's like 200 people trying to get into a theater and the theater personnel or some kind of employee needs to keep track of how many people are entering the theater because like, oh god, we can't have like 200 people in here or else somebody screams fire and then Carl and Trevor and half of their family dies. That's no good. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? In terms of, it's just like this little metal thing where you click it just to count like click. And I know I've seen it in like this is a really weird reference, but it was actually in an episode of, I was watching some kind of boxing program with Floyd Mayweather, and his trainer had this little thing in his hand, and it's like this little clicker. It's like a little counter, so he would click a button every time he would see him punch, so that he could keep track of it without forgetting. And maybe you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, or maybe you don't, but that's sort of the whole inspiration of what this class is all about. Now, granted, it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I think the one piece that I definitely have to say is that it's not extremely hard to use DMRs when you're obviously using the SKS, but other ones are a straight struggle fest. So I think at this point in the video, after you've seen this much gameplay, you know exactly what I'm talking about in terms of the 3 handicaps for the DMR, the clicker, and the not reloading until the game tells you to reload, as in you're not allowed to manually reload, only automatically reload because you're out of bullets. But I actually had a lot of fun with the class because I thought I was going to hate it, obviously because of DMRs, but just in general, it was outrageously goofy, especially on my server. So things in the video you'll notice get, like I want to say progressively goofier and goofier near the end. It gets really odd around this elevator because it seemed like, well, in mine and Edgar's server, it turns into everybody wants to knife me. So, as you guys saw in the intro clip, it turns into this. I have never seen chains like this before. It's just, like, I'll try to knife you, then I'll get counter-knifed. Somebody will try to knife him, and then knife back, and then counter-knife, and another guy knifes. It's really confusing in terms of how knives work, but it's just goofy overall. And one thing that I did want to say about the SKS in general, especially with this thermal scope, if you're, and I don't want to send the wrong message when I say this, if you're actually really excited or really prone to camping, or I get how weird that is to say, prone to camping, ha ha ha, but if you're really adamant about camping, that thermal scope is actually really effective on domination if you stay on the perimeter, and this was just weird. So Sponsored by Axe was constantly trying to kill me with his knife, which really... Taking my sandwich is really not all that high of a probability because especially on my own server, I usually have like some kind of private security team that follows me around and revives me and protects me and like I don't want to say steals my kills, but like that sort of thing, that like always protecting me, that's what they usually do. So it's pretty hard to kill me, and this was so sad. He has 0% health. Look at this guy. A member of my private security was trying to revive me after this guy that killed me with the clan tag of Doggy or Doge or however you guys like to say that. But my second try around this elevator, it was so weird. Like, okay, so I get the second guy, and then this is the part where Kia got really, really upset. Like, for some reason, I don't know if it's Kia's mic or just Skype or like the way it goes, but I'm pretty sure that Kia's Lil Jon, alright? Like, just listen to this and try to tell me that Kia's not Lil Jon.
I'm stuck! I'm stuck in a corner, I'm getting nades thrown at me. Stop! No! What? I got him.
You see what I'm saying? For some reason, he totally disagrees with me, but one other guy that I had to show you that was in the server, essentially what he was doing was, I think his name was Dragon Butt, or like N Dragon Butt, but what he was trying to do, he was trying to do this Mav lift with, it was just something about his, like, him looking over at me when he totally failed it. He just looks directly into my eyes, he's like, YOLO, that's all that he says in chat. And one final thing that I definitely do have to show you is that maybe you're gonna call me a total scrub and call me Carl, but I finally figured out how you can make teammates wave at you. I know that's like the coolest thing that you could do aside from having your teammates high-five you. So essentially, I guess if he's looking at me and I'm a support player and he requests ammo, he literally just waves. So it looks like he's trying to wave to me goodbye inside of this love crate, which is kind of weird, but I was just very, very impressed that I can, like, I guess maybe it's only if you take out your secondary. I'm actually not sure, but see, I just feel so accomplished that he came in and got shot in the back of he got pretty well just no-scoped instantly, but it's not really a big deal. Now, I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I'd also like to let you know that it is a little weird, this class setup. I do recognize that, like, pulling out a C4 charge to detonate it every time you get a kill is rather morbid, but if you'd like me to use a different class, please leave a recommendation in the comment section. And as for your bonus clip, I'm actually gonna have two. One is Edgar thought he was so fun. He was like 20 feet away from me. He easily could have shot me when I was hanging out on top of this hangar, and then he decided to mortar me, and he found it hilarious. And number two is actually a highlight from the live stream where this guy somehow decided to become a helicopter. I didn't really understand it either, and you might want to turn your volume down, but yeah, it's pretty goofy. But other than that, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald und later.
Oh wow! Are you kidding me, dude? From right there? From right there? You're like 20 meters away! Wow! Wow! Sup, dog? Give me your service, dog! No! 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 Yes, yes, yes! No, wait, wait, wait! Yes! Got him! Yes! Repair tool!
No, this guy's mine.
No! 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 I refuse.
No, he's mine.
Get him! Yeah. He did a barrel roll! He did a little backflip at the end. He's so mad. Oh, what the f- What? Did you see that? What? Where did he turn into a helicopter? Oh my god. I'm done, Kia. That guy literally from the afterlife tried to turn into a helicopter. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That guy just turned into a helicopter. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. That is all of my what, dude. All of my what. That guy.
Oh god, I just saw it.